All right, so now that Microsoft is purchasing Activision Blizzard, set to be finalized in June of 2023, one of the big questions is, what is Microsoft going to do about skill-based matchmaking? So let's get into it. All right, guys, it's Jack. Welcome back to another video, and there's no doubt that skill-based matchmaking has been a hot topic for the Call of Duty community over the last 3 years, especially since Modern Warfare 2019 to today. And you go even further, you find out that there's a patent for it, and Why So Serious has covered that patent in depth for like a 3.5-hour video or whatnot, and I believe he covered it live, and it's something that no other Call of Duty YouTuber has covered to that degree in talking about it in depth. As a matter of fact, the guys that are Activision shills or whatnot, or the guys that are under Activision or whatnot, have trying to been covering it, saying that it's just for the campaign and all that kind of stuff. However, there are a few of them, like Drifter and Exclusive Ace, that have basically done some hard testing on this and basically can confirm that skill-based matchmaking does exist. However, it's not exactly just skill-based matchmaking or skill-based matchmaking in and of itself that we're talking about. We're talking about the Call of Duty form of skill-based matchmaking known as engagement optimization matchmaking. It just so happens that the more popular term, or the more well-known term, is SBMM, also known as skill-based matchmaking. So now, when you look at Modern Warfare 2019 to today, and right now, today, according to what we've been told, every quarter from microtransactions alone, and this does not include game sales, right? Activision has been getting $1.2 or $1.3 billion in revenue from that shit. Okay, so, and as we know, Microsoft is going to want return on investment. Okay, $68.7 billion. They are definitely going to want some return on investment. So a lot of the community over the last few days since the unveiling of Microsoft going to be purchasing Activision and the deal hopefully getting through and finished by June or July of 2023 has a lot of Call of Duty fans on Twitter and social media talking about, Microsoft, please remove skill-based matchmaking. What is Microsoft going to do about skill-based matchmaking? Or if Microsoft were to remove skill-based matchmaking, this would be great. And there's all sorts of things going on. So it is definitely a hot topic, and it's something that's that is going to increase as time goes on. And after 2023, after the deal is finalized and stuff like that, we will see, or the following game after 2023, or at the end of 2023, when that new game comes out, I guess we're going to get our answer. So the thing is, what do we think we might likely get? I mean, it's really difficult to answer, but there's so much to it. So now, again, it generates money, right? It protects the noobs, but at the same time, it also silently punishes the noobs because they would never feel the improvement. Like if they're playing the game a lot, which they are, if they're investing money in microtransactions, if they're enjoying Warzone or even multiplayer or whatever it is, and they're buying microtransactions, there's no doubt about it that that they're spending an ample amount of time in this game. Now, in this game, for instance, in Halo Infinite, there is skill-based matchmaking in this game in pubs, also known as social playlists, but it is much milder. And I play both ranked and social in this game, and I could tell you, there is a lighter version in social, but it's much lighter. And at some point in time as well, there's times where I even question whether it exists or not, because truth be told, I'm not as good in Halo as I am in Call of Duty. And granted, I'm working on that, so there's that as well. And of course, at its default, Halo is a more competitive game than Call of Duty is, again, by default in pubs. But when we're talking about ranked, that's a whole different thing, and it's again another topic of discussion or whatnot as a debate. We're not going to make that debate now. But at the time to kill alone with Halo and the way Halo is supposed to play makes the game just more competitive, because the faster the time to kill, the less competitive it is. That's just a fact. Whether you agree with me or not is besides the point. The thing is, it's just a fact. When you have a higher time to kill, the game is automatically more competitive, and it takes more skill to get that kill. This is one of the reasons why Black Ops 4, a specialist aside, was, in my opinion, one of the most competitive versions of Call of Duty we've ever gotten, if not the most competitive version of Call of Duty we've ever gotten, that really kind of helped widen the skill gap a little bit, whether you were playing in pubs or whether you were playing in ranked. This is the way it is. So so in ranked in this game, as well as pubs, there is skill-based matchmaking, but again, sometimes I even doubt it's there. You know, so it's a lot more manageable. It's a lot more. It seems a lot more fair. But at the same time, like I tweeted this a few days ago or whatnot, and that is like, I wouldn't be surprised that if there was some sort of patent in this game as well, but it's not, again, it's not the same. So it is like when you look at Halo 5 or when you look at the Master Chief Collection. Now, if they were to do something like the Master Chief Collection where the connection would be like Master Chief Collection and lobbies wouldn't disband and it really is ping is king, and then after that maybe there'd be some sort of lobby balancing or something like that based off of stats and skill and abilities of a player. I mean, I would, again, I've said this time and time again, and I'll say it here one more time. I would gladly take lobby balancing over skill-based matchmaking. As a matter of fact, we're getting it all now. We're getting the patent, we're getting skill-based matchmaking, we're getting engagement optimization matchmaking, and we're getting team balancing all into one. And ping is king is actually not a thing, especially when you put in the patent into the mix. So at this point, if you were to actually remove the patent and just not have that part into the skill-based matchmaking, I think it would be a lot more lenient than what we're getting now. It's that damn engagement optimization matchmaking that's ruining everything for like literally everybody. But the thing is, when you look at even the microtransactions in this game, in Halo Infinite, you will see a lot of people with cat ears, and this is before they lowered all the prices in the store, because as of recently they've lowered the prices in the store sometime earlier this week. I believe it was on Tuesday when they made those adjustments, and they're going to continue looking into that. So one of the things that I'm looking at is, especially since people have been complaining about the store and the prices and stuff like that, and it's become a hot topic, and even going back earlier to like about a month ago, about the playlists being insufficient or whatnot, and the fact that they were able to get some more game modes out into the wild before they went on their break for Christmas. When you look at it, they've made changes and adjustments. You see what I'm saying? Let's go back to even further than that. About a year ago, give or take, Microsoft had announced that they were going to double the price of Xbox Live Gold. And the community went apeshit about it, and within 24 hours, they reversed that. They basically made it to where it's the same old price for Xbox Live Gold. Now, let me ask you this. Has Activision ever done that? Even when it comes to skill-based matchmaking and all that kind of stuff, have they changed anything in the store? Have they adjusted their prices in the store? Have they changed the engagement optimization, matchmaking, and stuff like that? What do we usually hear from Activision? We either hear corporate responses or crickets. And when we hear corporate responses, it's usually related to something else or their attempt to basically dance around the subject or whatnot. But usually we don't hear anything. It's basically no different than Ashton Williams, basically, where she would be a mime. It's the same thing over there. I wouldn't be surprised if the devs or whatnot, as well as the communication managers or whatever the hell they're called, the community managers, those guys right there, like, are literally told to keep their mouth shut about skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimization matchmaking. So at this point, I think that we are going to get something different, something that's milder, and something that is more quote-unquote fair, while simultaneously, obviously, people are still, if this game is any proof, people are still buying microtransactions and cat ears and stuff like that, even when the prices are ridiculous. And now that the prices are lowered, they're actually going to make even more money, and people are going to continue playing the game and all that kind of stuff. They're going to have events. They're doing a lot of stuff that Call of Duty has done with this game in terms of like the battle pass and kind of stuff like that. Now, granted, a lot of fans are voicing their displeasure in a lot of the decisions that they made in terms of that aspect, and the game still has a long way to go in terms of the vision that it's got for itself and in terms of what it wants to do and what it could be and stuff like that. So I'd say within a year or so, we're truly going to know in terms of Halo Infinite, but we can use that as a blueprint and as an example, because it is proof, it is a form of proof of what could happen with Call of Duty as we get closer and closer to June of 2023. So I think we're going to get something similar as to what we're getting in Halo 5 and in Halo 6 or Halo Infinite. If we get something similar to Master Chief Collection in terms of pubs or social, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. So anyway, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.